have a clue what I'm doing, but I'm about to try. Yeah, number 3. Supposed to be people outside for an auction. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. It says tax sale, so I'm just looking for the tax sale. It says it's right here. Okay. Are you here for the auction?
Yes, sir.
Does it happen right here?
What they told me.
That's what I'm like. I was like, okay.
Have a seat.
I will have a seat. How are you doing this morning?
Doing well. Looks like.
And I'm still here with who I started with. Not your average artist. I am not the one to bargain with. I am not the one to, no. Yeah. And I'm still here with who I started with. Not your average artist. I am not the one to bargain with. Competition, target practice. I don't see no targets hit. I fear God and that's all I fear. This is not a starter kit. This is not gas. This is Gucci to the cardigan. Down to the moccasins. This is not a brag. I can hardly care. Lately I've been bugging, buying clothes that I'ma hardly wear. Being broke is what I fear. I've been down. I've been down. I've been down. We are young. I've been down. Yeah, I've been down. I've been down. We are young. Here now.
Okay, y'all. So this is a bad angle, and I really don't need to be holding this phone. I'm gonna have to find me a wall mount. But I wanted to give y'all my rawest opinion of the auction. I first of all, 10 out of 10 recommend you get the experience of just participating in an auction. It was just so exhilarating. Like, it was so exhilarating, y'all, to be able to hold your paddle up and you know, stand 10 toes down on, you know, the amount that you can afford. It was just such a blessing to be in a crowd with a group of just versatile people. You got to see people from so many different backgrounds, and y'all, to be honest, I am super excited that I saw so many people of color. Y'all, it was so many of us out there, and I'm just talking about black people. Like, it was so many black people. In fact, the person that bought the most properties, bid the highest, was a black man. And he was a man that was just dressed in jeans and his shirt. That's why it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, because you just never know what people have to offer. But I mean, it was an amazing experience. I misread, I guess, how the auction would take place. I assumed that the price that they had listed on what was added for taxes, that would be the amount you would start off the bid. So you had amounts like $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, maybe $7,000 the most. And so I based how much money I brought not only off of my pockets and what I was willing to spend, but also how much those prices were. And that was the wrong thing for me to do, because most of the properties started at like $10,000 and up. So I did not bring enough money. I was able to bid on the mobile homes, which I'm just trying to, you know, I was asking God just whatever I can get my hands on to just start some residual income, you know. But I could have got it, y'all, but something told me to stop. And then I looked to the left. It was this couple, and they had their twin sons, and one was, you could tell he was disabled. They both had on glasses, which I just thought was so adorable. And I looked over to their son, and I was gonna ask him, like, God, because I'm like, God, please give me a sign, please give me a sign. So I looked over to their son, and I'm like, was about to ask him, should I get it? And as soon as I looked over to his son, the dad said, have you seen that mobile home? And I said, no, I haven't seen it. He said, he was like, I wouldn't get it. And he pulled a picture of it to me. And then honestly, when I started seeing that it was only, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not trying to be well, it could come off stereotypical, but I'm being honest, like from a statistical perspective on who actually stays in the mobile homes. When I stop seeing them, bidding, I valued that opinion, not as a judgment, but I valued it because it was like, you guys know qualities. Well, some people know quality mobile homes, and honestly, the white guy beside me, he was like, you don't want that. And I just appreciate him for giving me that advice, because in that moment I asked God for a sign. So I'm actually leaving the auction with all of my money. I'm actually going to drive straight to the bank. I do not want to hold it on me. I had to use cashier checks. They took cashier checks and money orders. I should have done money orders, but I did cashier checks. And you have to write it out to the state, or whomever your particular auction says write it out to. And I did. So I need to go deposit all of that money back into my account, because I don't want it sitting out. I don't want to risk losing it. It is a piece of paper, okay, and it's already signed. So I don't want that smoke for my life. But yeah, y'all, next time I will come in larger increments. There will be a next time. I'm actually going to come next month. Any month that I'm home, I'm going to participate, because I don't know what is out there that I could score, that I could benefit from, that I could make lucrative. And right now, this is the journey I'm on. It's just, meeting God, halfway. And sometimes, God doesn't even require you to meet him halfway. God just requires you to take the first step, and he brings you along the way. He shows you the way. And that's really what I'm asking God. And it's funny, because on my prayer call this morning, for those of you that know me, I get on a prayer call every morning, every night, mskdelivered.com. And I got on, and the word was, she was pulling from Job 2nd chapter. I can't remember the verse, but it pretty much said, like, God will bring you through the trials and triumphs. And I think how the Bible worded it, and I'm not a Bible verse person, but it was like, will bring you through the locusts or something. Like, it just let me know. It was like, God, this is a season where God wants you to take that leap of faith, because he wants to show you more so than any time that you are capable. And sorry, y'all, so I hope I was recording myself, but it's like God is just telling us, like, if you just do a little bit of what I'm asking you to do, I'm gonna bless you so abundantly, so immediately, so abruptly, so big, that the people around you are gonna see those blessings. And although they manifest and look like material things and what you may have, and they may be appealing to the eye, the reason why I'm going to set your blessings up this way, Riri, is because I need people to follow you. And right now, people are so discouraged, and they don't believe in themselves or even in God or higher power, because there's so much going on. There's so much attack of the enemy right now, that people have to see things. They need residual. They need instant gratification. They need to know that shit is tangible. It's real. God is real. He provides. And that's unfortunate that we have come to a state where we can't just feel God sometimes anymore. We have to actually see God, and so God is saying, Riri, I'm gonna bless you, because I know that you've been through some things, and I've taken you on many tests, and I trust that you will do right by me and my money and my following of my people. You will care for my people with tender love and care. You will be their safe place. You will honor and respect their privacy, their struggles. Y'all, but thank you, God. Just save me from getting hit by a 18-wheeler because they are out of their line. But yeah, you know, so I'm just proud of me for going to the auction, taking this step. It was an hour away from my house, an hour back, so it's 2 hours driving. I'm using my gas money. I'm using my resources. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm using the money that I've saved. I'm taking a risk with my own money. I'm not asking anybody to do it with me. All I'm asking is that God be there with me. He lend my hand and he guide me in the right path. And I think that's what happened today. I learned the experience of how to really auction with the big boys. I know that it's not going to be sometimes as cheap as I think it is, but that's okay. We're going to keep hanging in there because God will make a way. Then I also know that if you ask God to lead you down the right path in the right direction, you will make no mistake. There was no mistake that I did not get that mobile home. I could have kept going. I could have outbid that young lady. I could have. However, that sign when that man said, no, don't do it, it was a wrap for me because I had just asked God for a sign. And I mean a plain as day sign. I don't need no sign that's murky. I don't need no sign with no smoke in front of it. I need a clear, distinct, descriptive, depictive sign, okay? I need a verbal warning, okay? I need some confrontation right now, God. Let me make the right decision. And baby, when I tell you God did that, he did that, okay? He did that. But yeah, I am driving back home. I'm still going to be productive today. I plan on recording 2 videos. One is going to be how I make my sea moss. And of course, that's going to be a 2-parter because it has to soak overnight. Y'all, let me give y'all a call back.
And I'm still here with who I started with. Not your average artist, I am not the one to bargain with.